Excuse me. There we go. Do apologise about that, ladies and gents. But yes, welcome to round number 4 of the Eldar Sim VW Scirocco Championship. It is sponsored by Chell, Lawman Motorsport, so thank you for your kind sponsorship. And yes, it is Friday, and it is the one and only Hoppers in the commentary box. How are we doing? It has been another long week. It may not seem like it, but Friday is finally here. But we are at the Red Bull Ring for round number 4 races. 10, 11, 12 I believe of the championship, but it's going to be looking very interesting for tonight. The racing so far has been quite close. It has been quite personal at some point, obviously, like the likes of Goodwood, Fuji, and then last week at Autopolis. But we are in for a stellar of an event tonight. We are here at the Red Bull Ring, or the A1 Ring if you're in old familiar terms, but also home of the Australian, but home of the Austrian Grand Prix. But it is going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen tonight. It looks like at the moment then we've got near enough 14, maybe 15 cars on the grid. Just going to double check who is just sitting out at the moment. I think that is Ishmael. He will be joining very shortly, but it's going to look like 15 cars on the grid tonight then. Nate Fletch is missing this evening, unfortunately, but he is going to be, nevertheless, probably going to be watching the stream back at some point. But yeah, please do like and subscribe to the stream, and please do click that notification bell, because you do not want to miss the action. Please, may we have, just for tonight, if you can, give us 10 likes. It is going to be very interesting to see how things are going. But yes, there's a couple of comments already on stream. Good evening, Mr. Ostler. Please don't call me Andrew. I do not like it. I know that's my proper name, but please don't. I'm joking. I'm joking, by the way. It is fine. Evening, Nick. Yes, it is good. As I say, guys, I like to have a bit of banter, but I am looking forward to tonight. I've been kind of I do look forward to these races, but I've been feeling a bit like as soon as Friday comes around, there's so much hype. It is thereabouts. I don't know what it is with how close the action's been tonight, but it's going to be very interesting. Evening, Rusty. How's it going? Nice to see you here. But it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen for the Scirocco's. As I say, it's going to be quite interesting. We've got a returning driver, none other than Moreno. He is back for, I think he's going to be back for the remainder of the season, but he has come back to literally be taking over. That would have been, I believe, Andreas's spot. I believe, I'm not too sure, but it's going to be very interesting to see. He's currently setting the pace in testing. They're currently just having free practice, just getting used to the track and obviously the car and the tyres. Obviously, if you followed the series from day one at Goodwood, that was about 3 weeks ago. Just just over 3 weeks ago now. The tyre compounds are soft, super softs and mediums. You must use one of the 3 compounds in one of the 3 races, so you can't use super softs then go and pit to mediums, because that is not allowed. You must stay on the tyre compounds you pick for that race. People think you could pit during the race, but the races are that short. Tonight is 3 9-lap races plus a 10-minute qualifying session, and it is going to be very close. We've got Oscar's returned after doing studying for his GCSEs, so he's back on the grid this evening, hopefully followed by Neil Smell. I believe that is out of pit lane. Yes, it is. Just looking out to the back of that understeer Scirocco. Got a bit more stickers on the side of it now, so it's going to be very interesting to see what he can do. The second of the blue cars, well, the first of blue cars there at the moment. Then you've got Jamie Hillman in the Pertec BTCC style livery. Just going to introduce you to the class, but yeah, it's very close. I think the championship is also very close. I think the likes of Panos Forganis, the Greek, currently 5th here in testing. He was quick in the times, but he's currently the pace setter, I believe, in the championship. We'll just go through quickly have a look at that while we are waiting for qualifying to start. But as I say, it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But let's have a look. Yes, Panos is leading. He's had obviously 3 race wins now. He is thereabouts. He's pushed quite an it's actually, no, he's not. He's actually had 4 race wins. The table was making me see weird things then for a second. But it looked like he had 3, but no, he's actually had 4. But he's actually had point for fastest lap. He's had point for pole position. It's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. Just looking exactly what's going to happen. Matty Charlesworth, good evening, how are you? Thank you for tuning in, just to be very abrupt. There's quite a lot of Jamie Hillman fans in the chat, which was last week as well, so just be careful what you do, please guys, just because we are live, you know, not because I don't want you in trouble or anything. It's just we are live on YouTube, and you know, but you know, Jamie is still there at the moment. I'll give you a bit of an airtime about Jamie then. That's fair enough. I'll see where he is in the table for you. The Jamie Hillman fan club. He is currently 5th in the standings. He's had, just looking at the points, I think he got, looking at that, he got the fastest lap at race number 3 at Goodwood, and he probably got 2nd place as well, by judging about that. And you know, it's going to be very interesting. He's had the fastest lap in 2 of the races as Jamie. He's currently 5th in the championship, so he's on 98 points. Panos actually leads top of the tree of the championship with 141. Then you've got Ishmael Nemri currently where is Ishmael? Is he in pit lane or is he out on track? Just try to find him. There he is. He's changed his PSN so it's going to confuse me, but he is currently on 127 rather. I do apologise. Then you got Nate Fletch unfortunately missing tonight on 118. Dean Atkinson and the Foster's Mobile. We're going to call it the Foster's Mobile for old time's sake. Put the Amber Nectar 115 points. Then obviously Jamie on 98. Andrew Osler, the Rooster, 81 no, he's on 84, sorry, I'm misreading. It's Chris Rigby that's on 81 points. Then you've got Andrew Osler's son Finley on 79, Fred Coleman on 73, Nick Sargent, the founder of Eldar Sim, aka the Hammer Games, on 67. Then you got Oscar Stevenson on, where is he, 58. Dale Griffiths, the likeable Dale Griffiths. Just try to find him on stream. Just I think he's actually out there. Yes, he is. He's just parked up at the exit there. He is currently on 40, is he on 47? Yeah, he's on 47. He got Neil Smell on 40. Andreas Cardenas, unfortunately he's not going to be back. He's only done one round, 25 points. Hugo, who made his debut last week, or Nigel as he likes to be known, on 22, and then Ralph Smith on 20 points. And that is the table for this evening. And yes, it is going to be very great. If you guys wouldn't mind, please liking, subscribing to the stream. Extra points for the best fan base. You'd have to ask Nick Sargent, aka the Hammer Games, for that, mate. I couldn't give you points for that, but if I was running it, then yeah, okay. But it's going to be a great night of racing. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. I'm going to be back in 1 second. I just need to grab some tissue because I feel like I'm going to sneeze. But I'll be back in a minute. There we go, I am back. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. I can see where this is going. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see exactly. Nick's just pre-warning everyone to grab the tyres that they want for race 1. Because as soon as qualifying has finished, we go straight into race 1. So it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. I think the likes of Chris Rigby is going to be the one to watch start. I think in the Team Hard Michael Crease inspired livery. I think the Jamie Hillman fan club are just having a bit of banter at the moment, but it's going to be very interesting to see how well he does, because you know, he's performed very well, I must admit. But hopefully he does win a race tonight, mate. I've seen Jamie race a few times. Funny enough, I've actually raced against Jamie previously, you know, and it's very weird that I'm now commentating. But you know, it's going to be very good. Let's have a good night of racing. Indeed, Nick, I agree. I hope tonight's going to be very special. I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what's going to happen. Hopefully you guys can hear me on stream. If you can't, please do let me know. I'm not going to be offended. But we are getting ready for the all-important 10-minute of qualifying then. It is going to be very... We'll see exactly what's going to happen. Just going to see which cars got out of pit lane beforehand. I think Neil Smale has another car thereabouts, or he's just testing his brake pedal just to get the quick update. But see what's going to happen. He's obviously just trying to literally sort himself out. There's quite a few cars going out of pit lane now, just too sure what's going on here at the moment. I don't know whether my stream's playing up or it's just can't get anyone out on track at the moment. It's a bit weird. Just give me a second, guys, because I'm having a bit of issues with camera angles at the moment. So I'm having issues with cameras at the moment. Should be alright now actually. No, not. Oh, it's going to be annoying. Just give me 1 sec, guys, just while I set up the cameras again. It's just obviously playing up with me at the minute. Just to get that out there. Cheers, Nick. I do apologise for that. It was doing me head in, but I've just done that. Thank you. It's annoying. I'll bring him back up in a sec, mate. I just had a bit of issues. But hopefully we should be okay. Yeah, well, that's better. That's spot on. There we go. We're back now. Do apologise about that, ladies and gents. Had a bit of an issues with cameras. So frustrating. But everyone is out on track then for qualifying. Just getting their outlaps done, maybe thereabouts. But it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. But just watching exactly what's happening at the moment. I think the lap times are thereabouts, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. So Dean Atkinson then is currently just looking at the times then. We'll bring them all up now. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen. I think some are taking their time and going out, but Panos for Afghanistan was pole position, but Moreno goes fastest then, 135.6 at the moment. So yes, where is Jamie? Jamie is currently, let's see where he is, 14th at the moment, but it's on an outlap, so it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. He is there, 6 minutes left in qualifying, so we've not really missed much because most people are probably out on their outlap. So Oscar's going out, he's got a gaggle of traffic ahead of him, so he's going to be out on his outlap and he's going to have to try and push on. But times to beat at the moment then is that 155.6 at the moment. Nick's gone on 158.5 at the moment, so it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. But nevertheless, we'll see how quickly it goes. But Panos trying to push on, trying to get into, ideally back into another pole position. Finley currently with a 135 rather, not 55, sorry, couldn't get my words out. 35.9. Dean Atkinson with 136.2. That seems to be very quick to see exactly what's going to happen. But we do have Nigel with the 137.2 at the moment in the first Ball Splendid Explorer. Panos top of the tree then in qualifying on the Super Softs at the moment with a 135.543. That seems to be the time now to beat the likes of the Rooster though. Ian, of course, well, he was 6th, but Dale's pipped him to 6th with a 137.598. So it's going to be very interesting to see what he's going to do. He runs a bit wide out of turn number 1, but it should be very interesting to see exactly. It's got Chris Rigby with a 137.5, I think. Fred Coleman propelled himself up to 136.1. That sort of up into 4th. Jamie with 136.178, so he's 5th fastest at the moment. So the Pertec car trying to push on then, trying to get thereabouts. He's got a 5/10 penalty though, however. Nick is with a 138.369. That is now 11th fastest. And we have quite the faster guys now coming through. It's got around just 4 minutes left of qualifying, or just under. We have Neil Smale in 12th and 139.117 at the moment. Seems to be there. Ralph Schmidt, the German, with a 141.076 at the moment. With Oscar with a 137.5. He obviously was on an outlap, but his time does count. crossing the line, but then you've got Ishmael Nemri, or Nemeri, however you pronounce it. I do apologise, mate. I will try and definitely perfect it. Dean Atkinson 136.194. That's put him 6th fastest at the moment, so Ishmael is at the tail of the field. 3 minutes to go though, so going to be very interesting. The Rooster 136.955, so that's going to be very interesting to see what the number 5 Scirocco, famous number 7 though, he's now been used by Ishmael, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But could be very close. I think Chris Rudbig's now picked him to 7th place at the moment. Oscar with a 137.7, that is thereabouts. Raul is 13th, but Oscar is up to 11th. Raul's still 13th at the moment. Nick's down to 14th now, with of course Ishmael in 15th at the moment. He's currently on a flyer. He goes up to 7th then, so it's going to be very interesting. 136.663. I'll tell you what, it's very interesting. Yeah, it's a very nice looking livery, I must admit. The liveries are quite cool here. Just to point that out. But Moreno then in the chrome grey and black side trims are very interested. That's been biased now, but you know, I agree. But we've got 2 minutes left then of qualifying, so Moreno is trying to chase after Panos. He's on the racing stuffs at the moment, so I push on rather. Finley goes off wide as Jamie goes past, same with Oscar, so he has to let the traffic go. That's a bit unfortunate really, because with that lap time he's going to have to try and push on. But the Rooster, where has that put him? He's put him 7th, so Ishmael's down to 8th. So Ishmael's having a bit of a disappointing time at the moment in the McLaren inspired livery. So the Rooster goes at 136.652 at the moment, so it's going to be very close with 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining. But Jamie's currently 5th at the moment. He's going to be trying to push on. Is he going to be able to maintain that spot? He's going to be thereabouts. Raul with a 137.325. The Ranger, or Nigel, 136.518. That is, so Ishmael goes up to 4th then. Jamie knocks down to 6th, so Ishmael's now getting onto the pace. He's now getting into the zone, and we're going to see what he's going to do. 40 seconds remaining then. It's going to be very interesting. The Ranger was actually 8th fastest, so it's going to be very interesting to see what he's going to do. Obviously new livery for him this evening. Made his debut at Autopolis last week with the likes of Rooster 9th at the moment, Chris Rigby in 7th, then Raul 11th at the moment, Dale 12th at the moment, so Dale's going to have to try and push on. He is a very established racer though, is Dale. Let's put that out there. So is everyone else, by the way. I'm not picking my favourites, but you know, thereabouts. But Dale is 12th. We've got Oscar 13th, so he's coming back into racing after missing last week, but qualifying now has been brought to an end with the checkered flag. But it looks like Panos is going to be the guy to beat then. Is he going to go through the final turn and get a faster lap time? He's got to be, he's there, but he's not improved this time, but he still takes pole position. He's got the likes of Moreno trying to go through the final 2 turns there, so qualifying now has finished. But it's going to be very interesting. He's got Raul Smith just trying to get the toe off Raul. I think he's going to try and improve, but he doesn't this time because he was actually on an outlap. And then you've got Finley Osler with that striking black and purple accent on the car, with of course Ishmael now 4th. I was near said he was 7th, but it's going to be very interesting with that. But quite a few guys with penalties. You've got Fred Coleman in of course 5th, Jamie now 6th, so Jamie starts 6th for race number 1, with Dean Atkinson still, I think he's the only one to complete his time. I think the rest are either in pit lane or they are just finished their laps. But Dean Atkinson 7th then, so it's going to be very interesting to see what he can do from 7th place. It's going to be thereabouts, but you can see exactly how well that's going to go. But he's got a 5/10 penalty for running wide at the final corner, but That will still not hamper his 7th place then, so it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. I think the likes of Nigel's going to wait till the timer runs out, but as you can see, qualifying was a bit tense with the likes of Panos and Moreno. It's going to be very interesting to see exactly what Moreno's going to do from that 2nd place in race number 1. And I'll tell you this, it is no stranger, these Scirocco's they can bog down off the start, and you know it's going to be very close to see what's going to happen for race number 1. But Panos yet again gets bonus point for pole position. Is he going to be able to convert it to another race win? It's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. But you know, it is going to be thereabouts. Panos is just obviously thinking about the race for race number 1. Is he going to go a lights to flag victory again? It's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But it's going to be that close. I think we're going to have quite some interesting battles up and down the field this evening. It is going to be thereabouts, but hopefully we will see exactly what's going to happen. The top 8 are going to be quite quick. I think the likes of the ones that are on the super softs are probably knowing exactly how it's going to handle, but you know, nevertheless we will see exactly who's going to get a decent start into turn number 1 for the opening race of the evening. So then, we are ready for race number 1 of the VW Scirocco's. Round number 4 brought to you by Chell, Lawman Motorsport, and we are at the Red Bull Ring, and we are moments away from race number 1. So it's Panos, followed by Moreno, followed by Finley, and then obviously Ismail, Fred Coleman, and it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. Hopefully no one bogs down off the start. There's quite a few cars, you can just see how it's going to go, but there's no idea what's going to happen with the likes of Panos or Moreno. The five let's go out on the flick to green. Who's going to get a decent start though? Looks like everyone's got away very carefully, but Nick's dropped down to the tail of the field at the moment. He's trying to push on for that Umbongo juice machine. He's got Moreno's got a decent start with Finley right behind him, but Jamie's still there in 6th place. He's got Ishmael and Fred Coleman ahead of him. Let's see exactly what's going to happen. You've got also Nigel trying to make a move on Jamie already, but Jamie's trying to go on the defensive line to try and take, I believe, who is that? That is obviously the likes of Fred, Ishmael, Jamie, and of course Ranger, and of course, yeah, I think it was Fred running wide. Yes, it was, but it's not hampered Moreno or Finley or even Panos at the moment. Jamie's trying to push on. Where is he at the moment? He's up into 4th. You've got the likes of Dean Atkinson going, try and push that Foster's mobile thereabouts. You've got the likes of Ishmael and of course Ranger at the moment battling the Mandip bus versus the McLaren inspired liveried Scirocco there of Ishmael. He's got Raul right behind him, the Rooster also there. It's going to be nose to tail between these lot. I think it's going to be very close in the mid-pack as well. You've got Raul at the moment trying to push away. You've got the likes of the Rooster. The Rooster's trying to push on. He's got Ishmael ahead, but it's going to be very interesting. We'll see what's happening for Wacknell Smell 15th at the moment, with the likes of Nick and of course Dale just ahead of him. Oscar's trying to make a move on. Chris Rigby's trying to go side by side with Oscar. Ishmael's dropped down to literally now 13th. He's not having a good night of race number 1 at the moment, so we've got lap 2 out of 9 now started, which is going to be very interesting to see what Ishmael's going to do. He's starting to fall back into the clutches of Dale. Dale's trying to go 3 wide into turn number 1, but Ishmael goes a bit wide there. He's had to go wide. Neil Smells picked up the pace there, but let's see what's happening at the front of the pack then. But Panos is still under attack from Moreno going into turn at number 3. I think that is. It's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen, but it's going to be very careful. The likes of Moreno and Panos are still pushing on. Finley's got a couple of cars behind him now. He's got the likes of Jamie as well as Dean Atkinson. Dean Atkinson's on a charge yet again. The Foster's car trying to push on to the Pertec. It seems that it's going to be almost close as you like going into this turn. It's going to be very interesting to see exactly what happened. You've got Fred and Nigel thereabouts together, 6th and 7th. Then you've got Raul versus the Ostler, the Rooster should I say. he's going to be pushing on. He's currently trying to put Raul under pressure, and so the German versus the Englishman is going to be thereabouts. We'll see exactly what's going to happen, but at the moment then it's going to be a battle, but there's a battle already brewing for 4th and 5th because Jamie's under attack from Dean Atkinson. You got the likes of Fred Coleman taking a penalty, with the likes of Nigel trying to go there, but Jamie's trying to hold on for dear life. He's trying to get 4th place back from Dean Atkinson, but Dean Atkinson shuts the door and gets into 4th place then, into the final turn. Onto lap number 3 we go, but Panos is still leading the race then. He's not been hampered by Moreno, but Jamie's trying to push, still trying to get back past Dean Atkinson for that 4th place. He wants that 4th place back from Dean Atkinson, but Dean's not saying he's going to give it up easy. Nigel there in, of course, 6th, the Rooster 7th, Raul and Fred Coleman almost nose to tail. Chris Rigby is there in 7th, Nick 11th, with the likes of Dale now 12th, but you can just see the likes of Raul and Fred, they're going to be battling. Let's see what's going to happen. Raul's just literally getting away from Fred between that, but then you've also got Chris Rigby trying to join in this battle for the 3 cars. 8th, 9th and 10th literally trying to battle nose to tail as we go up over the hill yet again for another lap, but it's going to be very careful to see what's going to happen. You've got Raul trying to push on with Fred and of course Chris Rigby. Chris Rigby gets across onto the dirt, clips that Armco barrier with Nick right behind him now for the Umbongo car. So that's a lot. Chris Rigby unfortunately with a 5/10 penalty. That is going to be a bit unfortunate, with Dale 12th, Ishmael in of course currently 13th, Oscar 14th, with Neil Smell 15th at the moment. Poor old Neil's having a bit of a nightmare at the moment, but going back to the battle between Panos and Moreno just to see what the top 2 are doing at the moment. It seems that Panos is trying to push away from the likes of Moreno on his season return, obviously trying to push on that silver car with Finley there, but Dean Atkinson, as he got Jamie behind him now, because Jamie's falling into the clutches of Ranger at the moment, but Jamie's going to try and push on. Ranger's almost getting squeezed into the pit wall there by Jamie, but Jamie's going to think about it. Jamie's trying to go one way, but Nigel gets into 5th place, but Jamie's right close and personal trying to get alongside that first bus, Scirocco. It's going to be very careful to see exactly what's going to happen, but it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. So Jamie gets that 5th place back, but Nigel's back on a mission, literally back on a mission, trying to get that first Mandip Explorer bus there, the 99 car, alongside the 22, but he's going to have to try and push on. He's got lap 4 out of 9 to go, so he's not too far away. It's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. You've got the Rooster chasing him down almost for 5th and 6th at the moment, but you can just see Nigel literally trying to push on because Dean Atkinson now has that gap, so it's going to be very careful. But Jamie's there for 5th place at the moment, with Nigel right behind him, with the Rooster trying to catch these 2 up. If these 2 make a mistake, that is going to allow the Rooster to get past, but I'll tell you what, Nigel's not giving up, trying to get Jamie for that 5th place. He wants a decent solid result tonight. He wants to try and push on, but Jamie's there currently in 6th place trying. Yeah, Nigel is not Jamie, I do apologise, but Jamie's picked up a penalty. That is going to be exactly what he didn't want, because that is now allowed the likes of the Rooster as well as Nigel almost trying to take his penalty at the same time. But you know, Jamie, fair play, but it looks like the Rooster's also picked up a penalty in anguish. He's not taken that, but I believe there's a bit of leniency where you take the penalty into obviously here at the Red Bull Ring, but Jamie has to now fight back from 7th place to get back into that top 5. He's going to be a bit disappointed with that, I think, but quite a few people with penalties now. The likes of Fred Coleman trying to chase after Raul, but he's got a 5/10 penalty. You've got Nick just behind him. Nick's going to try and push on, but it looks like at the moment then that Dale's trying to get away from the likes of Ishmael and Oscar. At the moment Dale's there, but Chris Rigby is also in that, as Oscar goes off there. He's broke himself. He's got to be careful, because he nearly took Chris Rigby out with him, and he seems to be very pushing on. He's the blue car trying to there, the number 2, currently trying to push on with Neil Smell 15th at the moment. Don't know what's happened to Neil. Maybe he's just trying to push a bit on, but the battle for the race lead is sort of calmed down a bit, with 1.2 of a second between Panos and Moreno, but Moreno's going to try and push Panos all the way. It seems that Finley's there in third comfortably at the moment, with likes of Dean Atkinson trying to push on. You've got Dean literally trying to fight for that third place at the moment with the Ranger and the Rooster. Jamie's now trying to catch back up to the Rooster. You can just see that Pertec machine trying to push on into the final two turns onto lap number 6 very shortly, but I tell you what, it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. I think Jamie will be kicking himself after that slight mistake, but you know, with the likes of Fred and Nick's trying to get alongside Fred's got that penalty, so he's going to have to be very careful how he takes that, because you know, it could easily have been a bit of a nightmare. But you've got the likes of Ishmael flashing lights at Dale saying, hurry up, I want to get back where I belong. But you know, it seems that Ishmael's had a bit of an issue tonight. He's not this far down, but it seems the tyres, he's on the medium, so maybe the mediums aren't the tyre to go for at the moment, because the mediums seem to be the bogey tyres. Trying to get a move onto Dale into this turn. Is he going to do it? Oh, he's got it very done. He's done it very nicely, but a lot will spin out of that corner, which has allowed the likes of Chris Rigby to pull along and back up towards them, as well as Dale. Dale's going to try and go back into 11th. You can just see how close it's going to get between these guys. Fred Coleman 10th at the moment then. But Ishmael's going to try and get Dale for 11th place. He can't do it yet. He's fallen back into the clutches of Chris Rigby, though he's trying to get there. The Team Hardcar versus the McLaren inspired livery. It's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. I don't know what's happened to Ishmael. Maybe the mediums aren't the right temperature at the moment, but Chris Rigby's trying to go all over the back of Ishmael at the moment, trying to be thereabouts, but seems to be that McLaren inspired livery is trying to push away from Chris Rigby. Chris is trying to think about it. Is he going to make that move? There's a lot of tyre squeal going on at the moment. Was that Fred's Scirocco, the DHL Scirocco? It sounded like it, but Dale's got Ishmael right close for comfort, as well as Chris Rigby trying to jump on, but Nick's currently putting Ralph Smith under pressure for 8th place then. We're around 2 laps to go this time round, but it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. You can just see exactly how close it's going to get, but I think Ralph's trying to defend from Nick, but Nick goes onto that line. Is he going to be able, banging door mirrors to try and put each other off? But you know, Nick has to try and go the safe way, but he's thereabouts. A lot of wheel spin from Ralph's Ferrari inspired Scirocco, but seems that Nick's on a massive charge. He was so happy with that podium at Autopolis in race number 1 last week. He's obviously trying to push thereabouts. He's going to try and get Ralph for 8th place. Oh my goodness, has he managed to make it stick? There's a bit of contact between the pair of them, but I tell you what, Nick has to concede, but fair play. It almost threw up a few surprises there, but Finley's dropped down to 7th, has he? Yes, he has. He's had a bit of an issue there. He's dropped down to 7th, which is a bit unfortunate, because that's allowed the Rooster to get up in, not the Rooster, I do apologise, Dean rather, up into 3rd place at the moment, with Nigel in 4th, the Rooster 5th then. So it's going to be very interesting. Jamie back up into 6th, with Finley now 7th, so you know, it's going to be very close. Nick 8th then, with the likes of round 9th. Fred still 10th. I think he's had a couple of penalties at the moment, but poor old Ishmael, he's trying to still get away from these guys. He's trying to get away from the likes of Dale and Chris Rigby onto the penultimate lap, and it's going to be very close. I think the mediums, as I say, the track isn't warm enough for that. Chris Rigby has a penalty, so he's getting rid of that. He's got to be very careful, because he's got Oscar right up and close. Oscar tries to make a move into turn number 1. He gets it stuck, but Chris Rigby's back on his gearbox to see exactly what's happening. But you've got the likes of Dale and Ishmael. Ishmael's not normally this far down. He's normally more of trying to battle for the race lead, but as I say, I think the mediums are helping at the moment. Chris Rigby tries to make a move onto Oscar into this turn, but Oscar thinks about it. He's backed out of it nicely, just to not concede that place, but Chris is currently 14th, with Neil Schmell 15th at the moment. Poor old Neil. He will be on pole position for race number 2, though it will be a standard start. But Panos is still leading from Moreno, followed by Dean Atkinson, followed by Ranger, the Rooster, and of course Finley and Jamie's now dropped down to 7th. because I think Finley's now got past him, but Jamie is still there in the top 7. Nick's still in 8th then, trying to push on. He's trying to literally capitalise where he's going to start for race number 2, but Raul's thereabouts at the moment in 9th, followed by Fred Coleman in 10th, then Ishmael still 11th with Dale right behind him. Dale's trying to literally position that TPS car, that white car there. You can just see it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. Ishmael is there, he's 11th with Oscar and Chris Rigby in 13th and 14th, and poor old Neil 15th at the moment, but hopefully Neil will be pushing on, but it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But I'll tell you what, you've got the likes of Ishmael a bit far down than he would have liked, but I think Fred's now going to try and get Ralph Smith on the last lap. This is going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. You've got to be careful into what Jeremy's got back from Finley. You know, Finley's dropped down to 7th. I think the two Ostler father and son crew are just playing it safe at the moment, but it's going to be very interesting to see if Andrew Ostler will catch up to Nigel in the last lap. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be very close. There's quite a lot of cars on that back straight at the moment, with the likes of Oscar and Chris Rigby. Chris Rigby gets right in front of Oscar, literally gets in front of Oscar, but they're almost nose to tail on. Bit of contact between the Team Hard car and the blue car there of Oscar, but Dale's still trying to fight for that position between himself and Dale at the moment. But Panos takes first place then, followed by Moreno on his season return takes 2nd, Dean Atkinson into 3rd then, so that's a very good podium for Dean. He's back on the podium yet again, with the likes of Ranger and the Rooster 4th and 5th at the moment. Jamie up into 6th then, after a bit of a drop down with a penalty, with the likes of Finley 7th. Nick in 8th then, so Nick's probably going to be thereabouts. Raul in 9th then, with the likes of Fred Coleman 10th. Ishmael in, of course, 11th. Chris Rigby, however, 12th with Oscar 13th. Dale finished 14th. Didn't see what happened to Dale. Maybe he picked up a penalty and maybe he was just trying to take it. And Neil Smell in 15th at the time, but poor old Neil. But he'll have some good grace, because he will be in, of course, pole position for race number... Nick was on the mediums. Okay. That explains it. But Panos takes pole position, fastest lap, as well as race win, so he gets the trifecta in this race. It's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to quickly get the race results, and then I will literally go through them as well. And you know, it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen for race number 2. However, race number 2 is a reverse grid. It is a reverse of race 1. So if you finish first, you start at the back, and whoever finishes at the back for race 1 will start on pole position for race number 2. So Panos takes a well-deserved victory, a lights to flag victory in the AWS maroon coloured Scirocco. Then you've got Moreno on his return in 2nd place. He'll be happy with that. Then you've got Dean Atkinson 3rd, Ranger 4th, the Rooster 5th, Jamie in 6th then. So after a bit of a argy-bargy moment, maybe a bit of a penalty picked up there, he will be in 6th, followed by Finley 7th. Nick 8th. He was actually on the mediums, but that's a very good result to be on the mediums, but I think he kind of wanted the podium if he could push on, but we'll see about that in race number 2. Then you got Raul in 9th, followed by Fred Coleman 10th, Ishmael 11th, Chris Rigby 12th, Oscar 13th, Dale 14th, and Neil Smell in 15th. Fastest lap did not get untouched after lap number 2 by Panos with a 1:35.409, and it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. I think it's going to be very close to see what's going to happen, but you know what's going to happen, but no idea what's going on at the moment. But I think the guys are going to be sorting themselves out for race number 2, but it's going to be thereabouts. we'll see exactly what's going to happen for race number 2. The sun's now getting breaking out. It's going to be very interesting to see what temperature is going to be happening now, but you know, who knows exactly what's going to happen. But we are getting ready for race number 2 very shortly, but hopefully we are in for a bit of an easier race 2, but the grid will be like this. It will be the reverse of race number 1. So Neil Smale followed by Dale are on the front row, followed by Oscar and Chris Rigby on row number 2. There'll be Ishmael and of course Fred Coleman on row number 3, Nick and of course Raoul side by side for row number 4. Was it row number 4? Yes, it was row number 4. Yeah, row number 4. Then you got Finley and Jamie on row number 5, followed by the Rooster and Ranger on row number 6. No, it's not. Jamie and the Rooster, sorry. I've messed up there. Ignore me, I'm talking having a bit of a weird one at the moment. But I'll be fine in a second. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very close, I think. You know, now that Neil's on the Super Softs, he may have the advantage. The Super Softs, I don't know what it is at the moment, but the Super Softs seem to be having a bit of a easy run, you know. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. I think, you know, it's going to be very close. Nick's just said race 2 is going to be at 21 minutes past 8, so it's in around 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes time. So it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. But obviously, you know, if you don't forget to change your tyre compound, because you don't want to be getting disqualified by the stewards for not having the right compound on. But it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But looking at what's going to happen then, the Jamie Hillman fan club are going to be liking this. But he will be starting towards the front, maybe quite a few times now, but you know, it's getting closer and closer as time goes on. But you know, we're at the halfway stage of the season now, so you know, it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But just looking at Fred Coleman at the moment, seeing what he's going to do, you know, it's going to be very close indeed. But just looking exactly on what he's thereabouts, but it's going to be very close. I think just going to see what tyres Nick's going to go on, because Nick's on the softs now. Maybe he's going to leave the Super Softs for race number 3. He's probably going to be, you know, he wants to push that Umbongo juice machine bounce. You know, he's trying to push on. He's got some very interesting liveries, has Nick, I must admit. But you know, I'm surprised we don't see a West Ham United badge somewhere on there. But you know, maybe one day we'll see a West Ham shirt livery from Nick, because he is a Hammers fan. Obviously, hence his PSN compared to mine, you know. Well, that's me being biased, and that's me being a Wolves fan. But you know, we'll see exactly what's going to happen, because we are a minute away from race number 2, and enough about football. You know, this is Eldar Sim Racing, not Eldar Sim Football Championship. But yeah, as I say, I do like to have a bit of banter, you know, it makes the night go well as well. No West Ham badge on the car, but I do have a full livery. That's fine. You know me, Nick, I like to have a bit of banter, mate. You know, but yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen, because we are moments away for race number 2 starting. but we will see exactly what's going to happen. With Neil Smale alongside Dale at the moment, so Dale is second on the grid. Let's see what Dale's going to do, followed by Oscar and Chris Rigby, followed by Ishmael. Ishmael's further up this time round. We can't really see the starting lights because the cameras are the other way round, but nevertheless it does not matter. But the revs are building. Neil's slowly building them revs to try and not get wheel spin. He's on the super soft. Let's see who's going to get a good start then into turn 1. Quite a lot of wheel spin from the lot of them, but it's going to be very interesting to see how they get the front wheel drive Scirocco down. Jamie's already trying to make a mission with the likes of Dale and Oscar having a bit of a ring mirror fight, should we say, but that's now allowed Neil Smale to get away in the race lead with the likes of Oscar trying to push on Ishmael 4th, with Chris Rigby dropped down to 5th then. So he's dropped down 1 place, I think, or is he started there? But it's going to be very interesting because Chris Rigby, oh my goodness, he was trying to take all of them, not all of them, but he's trying to take literally the likes of Dale and Ishmael. Ishmael's not really having a very good time tonight. He looks like he's having a bit of a nightmare. Nick's there in the top 10 at the moment, under threat from Dean Atkinson and Panos. Panos is trying to make it 3 wide there. That was a bit impressive, but that is Nick in 10th. I think who's picked up a penalty? I think it was the Rooster, or is it? No, yes it is. I do apologise. It looked like Moreno has got a penalty, but he's not. Ishmael down into 14th, but Neil Smale then is there about. Someone's already gone. It looks like Oscar's dropped down to 14th at the moment. We did have 15, but who has left? But that is allowing Neil Smale to get away. I don't want to put the commentator's curse on him, but if he does very well, he's got to hold on for 8 more laps. He will be delighted with this if he gets a race win, I'll tell you that. Dale's second, Jamie third now, so Jamie's up into third. But it looks like, trying to think who's gone. At the moment it looks to me like Jamie's there, Chris Rigby's there, Fred Coleman and Chris Rigby with Finley Ostler trying to get alongside. Fred's gone wide off turn number 1 with Raul there in 7th, with Nick up into 8th. Nick's in 8th then with the likes of Moreno and of course Dean Atkinson 10th at the moment, Panos 11th, Ishmael in 12th then, having a bit of a bad time on the Rooster 13th, with Oscar 14th at the moment, but Ishmael's down into 12th and he's going to have to try and push on. It looks like there's a lot of battles galore, but it seems to be at the moment. But there's been a change for the lead, because Dale's got there in first place, followed by Finley. Jamie's still third with Chris Rigby 4th. Oh, Neil's dropped down to 5th. No! Spoke too soon. He's got the likes of Raul alongside him. There's a lot of battles galore. There's a lot of Scirocco's like angry bees at the moment. Literally, this is getting close for comfort. This is getting far too tense. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be very close. This is going to be an absolute epic battle. Look at them all trying to fight for position going over the hill. This is going to be absolutely unreal. Neil Smale, oh, what's happened? He's trying to hold off Panos, but Panos is there. Nick gives him a little shove to say, right, here we go, out the corner. But is that literally going to be very close? Because is that allowing? Finley's got there into the legs. Oh my goodness! This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. This is absolute manic. This is going to be close. Jamie's got a 5% penalty, however that is not going to be cool. He's going to be kicking himself. That's going to allow Finley to get there. Chris Rigby on the second place with Dale third at the moment. Jamie trying to get third back from Dale at the moment with the likes of Fred Coleman and Raul and Panos. Panos is trying to get there. It's a lot of nose to tail at the moment. This is absolutely unreal. I have a feeling we won't be doing commentary in race number 3 if my voice goes away. Tell you that, but it's going to be very interesting because Jamie's trying to get past Dale for third place at the moment. Fred Coleman there with Panos and Raul. Oh my goodness, this is absolute unreal. Neil's got an issue. I don't know whether his brakes are cooked at the moment, but it's going to be very close. You know, Moreno trying to chase after Raul. Neil Smale in 9th at the moment with Dean Atkinson and Nick for 10th and 11th. The Rooster is 12th at the moment with the likes of Oscar and Ishmael in, of course, 13th and 14th. Trying to think who's not made it out for race number 2, but there must be all there. There's 15 in race 1, so it's very interesting to see who's gone. But Fred Coleman's got that penalty there. This is quite a very interesting race, because at the moment Finley's on the super softs. He's on the softs versus Chris would be on the super softs. Jamie's on the super softs, so he's in 3rd place at the moment, with Dale on the medium. So Dale's the high flying medium tyre at the moment, with Panos behind him in 5th, Moreno on the super softs as well. Fred Coleman there in, of course, 7th at the moment. Moreno's trying to get 6th from, not 5th rather, from Panos, with Fred trying to catch them two up to try and get there into 5th place, with Raul in, of course, currently in 8th place with Nick 9th, and Dean Atkinson on the mediums 10th, the Rooster 11th, Oscar in, of course, 12th now with Ishmael 13th, with Neil Smell 14th. And there's a battle between Jamie, Finley and of course Chris Rigby for 1st, 2nd, 3rd. This could be a 3-way tie for getting the race lead as we go on to lap number 5 very soon. But I'll tell you what, this is absolutely shockos. Like a herd of bees, maybe a swarm should I say, not a herd. But it's going to be very interesting to see what Finley's going to do, because is he going to hold off Chris Rigby there between him and Jamie? Jamie's literally trying to catch them up. Perfect car literally is on course to try and push on. Jamie gets the fastest lap. It's swapped hands again because Moreno's just got it, so it's going to be very close. You know, Chris Rigby, oh my goodness, top 3 at the moment. These 3 are like literally close, the gap to each other. It is going to be very close, because I think Chris is going to try and get Finley into this turn now. He is literally on course to try and take a race win. He's going to be thereabouts. Is Jamie going to be there? Jamie's going to try and make it as well. They're trying to make it 3 cars for the race lead. Even still, Jamie runs a bit wide though, with Moreno's actually now on the super soft, so seems to be very close to see what's going to happen. Fred Coleman on the softs, with Dale now in 6th with Panos. I think the guys that are on the mediums are struggling slightly, you know, but Dale's trying to get past Fred Coleman for 5th place. Oh my goodness, he actually got it done. So Dale's on a mission to try and get further up the field. He wanted to try and get further up the field in race number 1. Panos is in 6th at the moment. Fred Coleman putting him under pressure. This is going to be very interesting to see what happens. Nick's still in, of course, 8th place with Dean Atkinson, 9th with Raul thereabouts as well, with the likes of the Rooster 11th, Ishmael 12th, not enjoying his 9th at the moment. He's got flashing lights, you know, at the moment, with the likes of Oscar and Neil Smell 14th. Trying to remember who's gone, but there's been a change for the lead, because Chris Rigby, as rightly said, so is in the race lead. But we're on to lap 6 then, so 3 laps to go. This is going to be very tense. This is getting tense by the minute, because Finley's trying to push on, literally trying to get tooth and nail. Seems to be quite interesting. There's been a change for 8th and 7th, because Dean Atkinson's got there. Raul in 8th and Nick now 9th. Panos has dropped down to 10th. Oh dear. So I think the guy, like I say, the guys on the mediums are struggling in this race. I think the mediums are actually the bogey tyre, with Ishmael trying to get 10th place from Panos. Oh my goodness, this is getting close, and it's getting very personal. But I'll tell you what, it's getting very close between Nick, Dean Atkinson and Raul at the moment, with Ishmael also trying to join in. They're going to try and make it 4 cars for literally 7th place. Oh my goodness. Nick into 8th then. He's getting swamped. Oh my goodness, to try and go. This isn't cool if they're going to try and take wing mirrors off each other. You know, Nick's holding on for 8th place, but Raul and Ishmael, both F1 liveries, got to be careful because Panos is there as well. Can't afford to be literally taking panels off each other. It's going to be very close to Rooster, trying to get back in towards literally top 12 at the moment with Panos and Ishmael. Ishmael into 9th then. Oh my goodness. This is getting very close again. Oh, who was that? It was Oscar. Oscar's run wide a bit, but the Rooster's still there with Neil Smell 14th. He is actually catching these guys up now. He's on the super softs. There's quite a few penalties there. Quite a few penalties in this race to be given. But I tell you what, the battle for second is actually now hotting up quite closely. If you look at it between the likes of Finley, Jamie and Moreno, that's allowing Chris Rigby. Moreno's going to try and make it. Oh my goodness. That was close. Moreno is going to be very careful. You know, I was very careful and I nearly... You know, that was very close indeed with the likes of Finley and of course Jamie. It's going to be very close because Jamie's literally trying to get Finley for second. Chris Rigby, actually, he's having a bit of a moment now. He's actually on the super softs, but look at the wear he's pushing because he's been pushing that hard. Jamie into second then with Finley third at the moment with Moreno fourth. This is absolutely crazy racing at the moment. Fred's now into fifth then with the likes of Dale in sixth, followed by Nick in seventh with Dean Atkinson eighth, Panos now ninth, Raul in of course 10th, Oscar 11th, Ishmael now 12th. He's having a bit of a mare at the moment, isn't he? He's having a bit of a nightmare. He probably thinks, I'm having a nightmare, I want to get off this circuit, I want to literally try and get away. But he's 12th at the moment with the Rooster 13th, Neil Smell 14th. As we go on to the penultimate lap, this is getting tense for the race lead. Jamie's trying to go one way with Chris Rigby, going the other way. The two BTCC inspired liveries, the Pertec and Team Hardcore versus each other. And I'll tell you what, Finley's also gaining as well as Moreno. Oh my goodness, this could be a 4-car battle for the race lead. This is going to be absolutely fantastic if people can keep it together and not take each other out. Lots of wheel spin by the front wheel cars. This is going to be close. This is getting closer. This is going to end in tears. It's going to end in tears for one of them because I don't want to put the commentator's curse, but Moreno's trying to fight from Finley as well as Chris Rigby and Jamie. Oh my goodness, where has this battle come from? This is absolutely, I'm not going to lie, so far it has been one of the best races of the season. But I tell you this, I can't really be biased what's my favourite racer and who's my favourite racer, but fair play to these guys at the moment. I'm just going to keep an eye on the top 4 at the moment just as we go towards the latter half of the lap. This is going to be absolutely unreal. Jamie's literally trying to push Chris Rigby to make a mistake to try and get that race lead. It's going to be absolutely unstoppable. He's going to try, he's actually going to try and get it. Oh my goodness, has he got the race lead? What? How on earth? I am absolutely speechless. Jamie gets the race lead going on to the final lap with the likes of Chris Rigby. Moreno's there. This is going to be very careful. Also, Finley's going to join this battle. This is going to be tooth and nail between the top 4. We'll come back to it in a moment. Fred's there. Nick 6th now with Dale 7th. Dean Atkinson still 8th. Panos is 9th. But I tell you what, we need to concentrate what's happening for the top 4 places at the moment. But Jamie gets away. Then Jamie's broke away. Looks like a Moreno and Chris Rigby and Finley. Oh my god. Oh my god. They tried to make it 3 cars wide. Oh, I've got to be very careful. It's getting very tense, I must admit. But Chris Rigby there and Finley and of course Moreno. Oh, they're trying to make it 3 cars wide round every single corner. This is absolute insane. Moreno gets in second, not for long though, because Chris Rigby gets back alongside. These guys have put on a fantastic show so far. My voice feels like it's going to disappear. But that's allowed Jamie to break away for getting a race win at the moment. That's going to be unstoppable. Chris Rigby, obviously all results tonight all do pending on Stewart's investigations. But Moreno is there. Finley is in 4th at the moment. He's trying to get Moreno for 3rd. But I tell you what, will try and catch back what's happening further back, but Jamie Hillman is about to take a first victory of the season in the VW Scirocco's. He will be delighted. He will be absolutely over the moon. I'll tell you what, fair play. What a fantastic battle between the likes of Finley, Moreno and Chris Rigby as well. Fred Coleman also there with Nick 6th now, so that's a very good start for Nick, you know, 8th and 6th, with the likes of Dean Atkinson also there. Ishmael and Raul Schmidt with Panos also there. Panos was 9th, Ishmael 10th, with Raul in 11th, and I'll tell you what, that was absolutely unreal to see exactly what's going to happen. But I'll tell you what, wow, what have we just witnessed? It's very hard because I think we had 15 runners in a race number 1, but maybe I might have tried to remember who was the 15, but it's a bit of a weird one though, because just get the race results. Just bear with me 1 second guys, I'm having a bit of a runt to myself at the moment. But I tell you what, battle for the race lead, that was insane. Jamie in first place takes a first win of the season, followed by Chris Rigby. Finley in 3rd, followed by Moreno, and then obviously Fred Coleman. Nick in 6th, followed by Dean Atkinson, Dale, Panos, Ishmael, Raul, Oscar, the Rooster and Neil Smale are your 14 classifications. Moreno got the fastest lap on lap number 5 and it wasn't touched after that with a 1:36.4. This is gonna be absolutely crazy, but I don't know exactly what's going on because I think some of the guys are getting a bit it's going to be a bit crazy. I think, you know, Neil Smell's a bit upset at the moment. Not too sure exactly why, but you know, he finished 14th. Just gonna have a look at the race results for race number 2 just to see who was there. I think it was Ranger that had gone. Yeah, Ranger's gone, so that's who's disappeared then. So it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen for race number 3. I tell you what, it has been quite a lot of it has been quite a bit of contacts though. But the problem is, I think the way things are going at the moment, it's going to be I don't know, but it seems to be like turn number 1's always going to be the issue. I think because the way things go, I think because of the power of these cars, they bog down at the start and then the fast accelerate. It's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. But you know, I feel like fair play to the likes of Jamie and of course the guys in the top, you know, the like top 4 in that race. It was absolute insane. But yeah, it's absolutely unreal. But I tell you this, it is going to be quite an interest to see what's going to happen for race number 3. But I will be back in 2 minutes. So let's see exactly what's going to happen for race number 3, then the final race of the evening. I tell you what, I feel like everyone's earned a well-deserved congratulations tonight. You know, I think it has been quite entertaining, but you know, I feel like my voice is going to disappear before race 3 begins. But let's have a look what's going on at the moment. Race 3 is in a moment's time. But you know, I think Nick's now on. Yeah, Nick. I thought Nick would be saving the super softs for the last race, but it's been very intense. It's been very close. But let's see what's going to happen for race number 3. Then it is going to be very much alive. If it's anything like the other 2 races so far tonight, we're in for a treat. Literally in for a treat. We are good to go for the final race of the evening. Let's see what's going to happen then. So Nick starts the timer then to run down for the final race of the evening. It is going to be another 9-lap encounter. I'll tell you what, we're in for a treat, because I'll tell you what, it's been absolutely unstoppable. It has been pretty much crazy racing tonight. So it has been, I think it was Ranger that had gone, so it's a bit of a shame really, because it's going to be very interesting to see how well he was going to go. But nevertheless, 14 runners then. So Jamie starts at the back then, because of being race number 2 winner. But it is how the rolling starts. We've got reverse grids, but then you've got the likes of Neil Smell, the Rooster, Oscar, and then of course Raoul. Then you've got Ishmael and Panos, followed by Dale and of course Dean. Let's see what Neil's going to do. Hopefully Neil this time round makes it stick. He's on the mediums though. It's going to be a bit of a big ask, but let's see if he can keep that momentum. He was doing so well, but I have no idea exactly what's happened in race number 2, but seems the roll-ins are up then, so it looks like the Rooster's trying to push on to Neil already with the likes of Oscar. He's in a blue car sandwich at the moment with the likes of Raoul and of course Ishmael and of course Panos. Panos has straight away taken Ishmael for that 5th place at the moment, but we'll just see the Rooster literally trying to get alongside Neil Smale for literally, to try and make it 3 cars wide, because Oscar is there about to put Neil Smale's cutting the grass at the moment. He's trying to literally push back on. This is what I mean with the car being front wheel drive. It likes to wheel spin like mad out of the corners. But you've got Raoul and of course Panos for 4th and 5th at the moment. This is better contact between Panos and of course Raoul. That was a bit close for comfort. Well, that's allowed Ishmael back into 5th place, with Raoul dropped down to 8th place then. 6th place rather, not 8th, I do apologise. With Dale in 7th. Dean Atkinson still 8th, with the likes of Moreno and Nick. Nick's there in 11th at the moment. This is going to... Neil Smale, where was he going? He's not having a good night of racing now. He's absolutely going to be livid. The likes of the Rooster and Oscar, they're battling with the likes of Panos into 3rd then, with Ishmael in of course 4th at the moment. So this is going to be very close, but Oscar's got in front of the Rooster then. The Super Soft versus the Softs. This is going to be very close. This is absolutely going to be unreal. Panos now on the softs with Ishmael on the softs as well. Dale on the Super Softs, so the Super Softs may work to the advantage. The likes of Raoul in 6th place at the moment. Dean Atkinson and Fred Coleman, and of course Moreno. Moreno is there in of course 9th at the moment. Nick there in of course 10th at the moment, with Jamie 11th, with Finley 12th, Chris Rigby 13th. The top 3 in race number 1, but Neil's trying to catch them up. He's racing like mad. He's trying to literally drive the VW in anger to try and catch up these guys at the moment. But you've got the Rooster trying to get away from Panos. Now he's trying to get away from Panos, because Panos has worked his way up into 2nd. Could soon be 1st place. Panos could be doing a double race this evening, a double race victory. Oscar's there in 3rd at the moment, but I'll tell you what, this is going to be absolutely quite amazing. But Ishmael in 4th then, with Dale 5th. Dale's had a pretty nice, steadily racing this evening. He's trying to put Ishmael under pressure with Fred in 6th, then Moreno, and of course Dean's not actually escaped from 8th place at the moment, which is a bit of a weird one for Dean, but he's there on the soft end. Jamie in 8th, then Nick back into 10th, then with Raul in 11th, with the likes of Chris Rigby in, of course, 12th, followed by Finley in 13th, Neil Smell 14th. He's literally trying to catch these guys up. He's actually probably not in the best of moods at the moment. I think he's trying to catch back up, but he's got the Rooster, and of course, well, the Rooster's trying to battle with likes of Panos and Oscar at the moment, with Dale trying to take Ishmael for 4th place into turn number 1. Has he got it? Oh, it's getting there. Ishmael's getting it back though. So Dale is there in 5th, then followed by Fred in 6th, followed by Dean's now in 7th, so he's got past Jamie for that 7th place, with Jamie now 8th, with Nick 9th, Moreno, and of course Chris Rigby, and of course Finley. These guys had a dice in race number 2. Chris Rigby gets out that corner with a lot of wheel spin. You can just hear the car spinning them wheels as they go out the turn, but Moreno's dropped to 11th, with Finley 12th, with Raul in, of course, 13th, with Neil Smell 14th. Poor old Neil, not having the best of nights now. Panos is into the race lead, then followed by Oscar. Didn't see exactly how that happened, but kind of knew it wouldn't take long for Panos to get back into the race lead for the final race. But Oscar and the Rooster, they're battling for 2nd and 3rd respectively. Quite interesting to see how Oscar's going to go, because he's not been thereabouts all evening up near the tail of the field. He's well, the front of the field, not the tail, should I say. But it's going to be very close to see what Oscar's going to do, with the Rooster trying to chase him, with the likes of Ishmael there onto lap number 4, I think we go. It's going to be very close to see what happens. Dale is still 5th, with Fred in, of course, 6th, followed by Jamie and Dean. Atkinson's dropped back down to 8th. Poor old Dean's probably thinking, what have I got to do to get get back into that 7th place at the moment. Nick 9th, Chris Rigby in 10th, followed by Moreno, and then of course Finley. The guys that were in the battle in race number 2, it seems to be thereabouts. It's been a very close battle, but Raul in 13th, then Neil in 14th. He's obviously a bit far back. Then mediums must be hurting. It's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. I think the likes of Panos is there. Oscar is still in 2nd, followed by the Rooster 3rd. The Rooster's literally trying to put Oscar under pressure. You can just see exactly how it's going to happen. Ishmael getting a bit loosey-goosey out of that turn, trying to literally get away from Dale, but Dale's got Fred for company. Fred's literally all over the back of Dale's TPS trade car, the DHL car, trying to get alongside Dale for that 5th place at the moment, with Dean back up into 7th, with Jamie 8th at the moment. Where is Nick? Nick is in a massive battle for 9th, 10th and 11th between him, obviously himself, Chris Rigby, and of course Moreno. It's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen, but I think Nick's going to try and push away. He wants to push away. He's done very well to get where he's finished tonight so far, to round up the evening with a decent result. Nick, he's obviously been getting used to a new style of racing, which has been fabulous to see, don't get me wrong, but Team Hardcore putting that Umbongo car under a lot of pressure, but it seems to be thereabouts. You've got Moreno in, of course, 11th for the moment, Finley 13th, but it looks like Chris was trying to make a move on Dale's dropped down to 8th. Oh, Dale, dude, carry on, mate. Still around. 4 laps to go. Dean Atkinson and Jamie battling for what looks like 6th and 7th. The 2 blue cars, almost identical sort of paint scheme, but one's a Pertec and one's a Foster's. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Jamie does. Jamie's still 6th at the moment, with Dean Atkinson in 7th, followed by Dale 8th. Nick now 9th, with Chris Rigby in, of course, 10th place at the moment. Still trying to put Nick under a lot of pressure. With Moreno, he had a bit of a penalty, so he's took that, which is Finley's right behind him, with Raul 13th and Neil Smell 14th. But Panos leads the race then. still got the fastest lap at the moment, so he could be on course for another 21 points, but this is going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. The likes of Ishmael and the Rooster. Ishmael's up into third, is he? Yes, he is, because he's got the Rooster right behind him. Fred Coleman's also there. The blinding lights. Oh, I nearly said the blinding the lights there, but you know, but the lights are blinding me at the moment. So it's going to be very careful. Oscar's got a penalty, however, because poor old Jen has to sneeze, but it's not her problem. But it's going to be very interesting for third, fourth and fifth, because Fred, oh my goodness, bit of contact between Fred and of course Ishmael at the moment. That probably will be looked at by the stewards. I was a bit argy-bargy going to turn number one then. That was literally going to be about to put Fred. He's under pressure. A bit of contact between Jamie, Fred, and it knocks into the Rooster. It's got a bit close and personal in this race this time round. What Fred's doing, Fred probably may lose that fourth place if he's not careful. But he's got Jamie alongside him. Jamie, race 2 winner, now into fourth place, should I say. But he's trying to push on with the likes of Dean Atkinson in 6th, followed by Dale 7th. Chris Rigby now in 8th, followed by Nick in 9th. Moreno in 10th then, with the likes of Finley 11th, Raoul in 12th, Neil Smale. Oh, Neil's gone off there, he's not having a good night, with the likes of Ishmael in, of course, now 13th, because Neil's gone a long way off. He's not having a good night, is Neil. But you've got the likes of Panos then going on to lap number 7 with Oscar in 2nd, the Rooster 3rd, Jamie 4th, Fred Coleman and Dean Atkinson. They're going to be battling now. This could be very close to see what Dean's going to do. Dean's going to try and get that 5th place from Fred going into turn number 1. Has he got it? He has, because Fred has to concede. Dale 7th with the likes of Chris Rigby 8th, Nick 9th, Moreno 10th now, Finley still there 11th, with Raoul in, of course, 12th, with the likes of Ishmael 13th, and poor old Neil Smell having a bit of a disappointing evening. He's not going to be happy with what's been going on tonight, but Panos still leads then from Oscar. Oscar's up in 2nd, you know. Look at the train of cars we've got at the moment between the Rooster, Jamie, Dean, Fred, Dale, Chris Rigby. This could be very interesting. Nick's there as well. You know, on to lap number 7. We've got 2 laps to go in this final race of the evening here at the Red Bull Ring from the Eldar VW Cup, brought to you by Chell, Lawman, Motorsport. I'll tell you what, it is going to be very close and personal, because I think the likes of Jamie is going to try and push on to get onto the podium, but Fred's trying to put Dean Atkinson under pressure. The DHL car trying to make up for lost ground. But you know, it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. I think the likes of Dale and of course Chris Rigby are going to be there. Dale's got to be very careful that Team Hard car does not jump out and surprise him. But he's going to be thereabouts. It's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But I think the final spot on the podium is going to slightly now change, because the Rooster's trying to take his penalty, but in the process he took Jamie into the pit wall there, but seems to get a bit very close to the penultimate lap then. The Rooster's still got his penalty. Jamie's going to get 3rd place now. He's going to literally push on with the likes of Dean Atkinson now 4th, but Dean's going to try and catch up to Jamie. Jamie's trying to literally get away from the likes of these guys. The Rooster trying to chase down Fred Coleman for 5th place. It's going to be a bit of an interesting, Chris and of course Nick's up into 8th. Nick's done very well this evening, must I admit. But he's going to be thereabouts. We'll try and see exactly what's going to happen. But the likes of Chris Rigby and Nick's trying to get to 7th place now. The Team Hard car versus the Umbongo car. Nick, oh, who was that? That was Dale. I could just see that car, the white car, the TPS car, just going off into the gravel. It's a bit unfortunate there, but Dale has got Finley for comfort. Now in, of course, 12th, Ishmael 13th, Poor old Neil Smale in 14th at the moment, but I'll tell you what, Panos is about to start the final lap. Oscar's still there, Jamie he's in third at the moment. Jamie's probably going to be a bit buzzed up after that race win, and probably going to be literally going to be getting third there, with the likes of Dean Atkinson fourth, the Rooster fifth at the moment, Chris Rigby sixth at the moment, with the likes of Fred Coleman. Nick's also there, but I think Dean's had a bit of a penalty, so that's why he's dropped down a bit. Oh my goodness, there's only three cars trying to go into turn number one. That is not going to happen. Fred runs a bit wide, does he? Yes, he does. So that's allowed Nick into 7th place, because this is going to be very close now. It's going to be thereabouts, but you can just see Panos going up over the hill. That's how close he's getting. That's how consistent he's been. Nick's trying to get another 6th place from Chris Rigby on the final lap. This is absolutely been quite insane. But, you know, is Nick going to be able to get this 6th place? He's adapted a different driving style. This is absolutely unreal. But Nick's going to try and make that 6th place stick, is he? Oh, he's got Chris trying to battle, but he's got it. That is absolutely insane. But Chris Rigby drops down to 7th. Then let's see what's happening for Panos. He's there. He's got a comfortable gap from Oscar and Jamie at the moment. This is absolutely nose to tail. Dean Atkinson there in 4th, the Rooster 5th, with the likes of Nick at the moment. Nick is holding on for dear life, but Panos is coming through the final turn then to take another victory of the evening and the fastest lap. Bear in mind, no one beats that fastest lap, but Oscar and Jamie are 2nd and 3rd. Dean Atkinson 4th, the Rooster. Where was the Rooster? 5th, with Nick in 6th. He's actually got Chris Rigby nose for tail for 7th, with Fred Coleman 8th. Moreno in 9th, then Finley 10th. Dale 11th, for Dale finished 11th. But fair play, he will not be too disheartened. But I tell you what, it's been a crazy night of racing, I must say. But we'll see what the stewards have to say if they get any inquiries. With Raul in 12th, then Ishmael in 13th. It seems poor old Ishmael's had a bit of a disappointment. He's not going to be happy with that. With Neil Smale, poor old Neil. Neil is going to be absolutely livid. He was doing so well in race 2 and race 3, trying to lead, trying to get his first victory of Eldar Sim history. But I tell you what, hopefully he will be back next week, and I'll tell you what, it's going to be very crazy next week, because we are at the halfway point of the season. But I'll tell you what, Neil is obviously, you know, 14th, and I'll tell you what, it is going to be absolutely insane. Quite a few people had penalties in that race, so there'll be quite a lot for the stewards to double check. But yes, indeed, Matty, the power of the fan base. But I tell you what, it's been some great racing indeed. I will agree. I'll tell you what, it has actually ruined my voice. I feel like, how on earth has tonight been? You know, it's been absolutely crazy stuff. But I tell you what, this is the nature of this championship. This is exactly how I imagine the racing every week, week in and week out. I'm going to quickly go through the race results as per usual, and then, you know, I will literally congratulate every single one of the drivers tonight. It has been absolutely amazing. Panos gets another victory of the evening. He is now going to be the runaway championship leader, because there has been a lot, and I repeat, a lot of changes, a lot. First time win for Jamie for the season, but Oscar takes 2nd, followed by Jamie 3rd, with the likes of Dean Atkinson in 4th, followed by the Rooster. And I'll tell you what, Nick in 6th, followed by Chris Rigby 7th, Fred Coleman 8th, Moreno in 9th, followed by Finley in 10th, followed by Dale 11th. I actually got 11th, okay, with Raul 12th, Ishmael 13th, Neil Smale 14th. Fastest lap was not beaten after lap number 4 by Panos with 1:35.98. Not, is it 8 or is it 6? Looks like 6. 9 on lap number 4. I'll tell you what, it has been absolutely insane. I can't wait to see exactly what's going to happen for next week. I can't remember where we are next week, but nevertheless it is going to be absolutely insane. I can't wait for next Friday. Please join us then. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and click the notification bell, because you do not want to miss any more action like tonight. It has been absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see exactly what's going to happen for next week. I'll tell you what, I will see you guys then. Until then, guys, I have been Hoppers for Eldar Sim Racing. I'm going to go because I feel like I'm going to cough in a minute and it's going to ruin everyone's ears. But yes, until then, guys, take care, have a good weekend and have a good week until Friday. Take care. Ta-ra.